So next one is actually like a little tricky for me to execute on stream. I think we'll be fine. But this is Black Room, and it's a website. And I'm hoping it will capture correctly. Looks good so far. Yeah. This is a website with the we're that URL. That URL. Not every day you feel like you need a URL shortener just to go to the home page. But anyway, like when I put together the set of games that I'm going to do for a week, I've always got them tagged with like, is this a demo for something that's available? Is it a full game? Is it an upcoming game? Along with their genre. And then every now and then I get one where I'm just like, I don't know what genre this is. And that happens like sparsely. I think the last one was I'll Take You to Tomato Town, where I was just like, I don't actually know how to categorize this. This week has two, and this is one of them. This is a game about your browser. Before you begin, that your browser is set to allow pop-ups. You will be asked to resize your browser in order to advance. Capture might get weird. We'll see how it goes. Let's play. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't pull up my internet history because I'm not in incognito mode. I can't interact with any of this just yet. Arrow key. Okay. I feel like I recognize the music? I probably don't. Something about the texture of it is really familiar. It may just be like the wintry element of it. Okay. Not quite sure what's going on here. Okay, I'm maybe just gonna leave that open in the hopes that it explains anything. Flames crackle loudly. This pixel art reminds me of like early 2000s-ish like adventure games where it's like they're almost getting into 3D, but it's just like really detailed pixel art and really detailed 2D. The cave is dark and chilly. Strange candles and glowing insects light your way. There's only one direction to go. Water droplets fall on your shoulders. We've turned red, and there's a bed. A black room. This never worked. All over the place. Only creates other rooms. Open window. To highlight. Cement floor, cold to the touch. Can't drag that or anything. Resize the browser to find hidden items. Okay. Y'all are about to see my browser toolbar. Oh, a hidden item. Black chair, and I try to place it relationally to the black table. By the time I imagine the table, the chair is gone. Are all the add-ons? There are add-ons that are hidden. Okay, my Firefox is powerful. When I reimagine the chair, there is no longer a room, but a hallway, and I'm walking through. This took us to Google. That opened a pop-up window and took us to Google. A black folding chair. Like I said, this game is it has to be out of a web browser. Okay, this was like an actual pop-up window, so it didn't capture. I'll paste it here in the interest of showing what we saw. It's just this. On Vimeo. There's gonna be another like resize. Also, you can see the stuff I've been looking at on Kickstarter. It's like stuff that might come on Demo Disc in the future. There's a thing. I see the thing. Go. This is very like awkward to work with on a stream. My mother taught me this game, which her mother taught her. A trick to falling asleep. Wanted to please my mother, I played the game. Never hold more than a couple of furnishings before we start over. Okay. Oh, that text is following our cursor. Like if I do that and then this. This is a weird, like, hidden object game right now. I was sure there was a winning of the game. My stress became more when I remembered I had forgotten a chair or a vase in the corner. Ooh. I'm kind of curious how they did some of these things, like, in terms of HTML. I just want to know. That's another one that came up in its own window. This is gonna be another one where I have to resize it to find the thing. Yep, there's the thing. I think that one's like using absolute positioning and z-index. Myself leave the room if I feel calm enough. Instead of leading me to the other rooms then, I find myself disappeared to a paved street. Interesting. A field of irises at sunset. This is a Google link. This pops up another video. And I'll show it. Y'all are also getting like a semi-intimate look at what my browser experience is like. I mean, hell, I look at weather in Celsius. In a dusty prairie, an alien plant grows. Blackness of the room is nauseating. I think it's supposed to be a play on the back of eyelids. Darkness is supposed to be a comfort to invoke sleep. It's me paranoid and forgetful. Koi pond? Are you loading? Are you trying to load? Also, I just realized you can't see my cursor. Oh my. Video unavailable. I feel like I'm in an art gallery now. I really do. Not saying that is a bad thing necessarily, but definitely feel that. Close the browser page to leave. Yeah. It's another size. Remember that there are 4 sides to a browser. Sock. bomb. I guess the fact that there are 4 sides to a browser hasn't really mattered. Also, I can click the hidden thing through. Yeah. Through the background, if I can find it again. Yeah. My mother taught me this game. I was convinced it should work. It doesn't work only because I cannot convince myself of its materiality. Outside of myself, the game must work. Wrong it's. Ethereal vertigo. Time you blink, it seems the walls disappear. This is an absolute weird experience. It reminds me, like, this is throwing way the hell back, but it reminds me of This Is Not Prom, which is like an ARG that didn't have like a commercial launch at the end of it. It was just for its own sake. Hey, hardcover. And it was like super weird puzzling. I just realized I don't have chat on this display. My apologies. I imagine it is some kind of old folk tale, the Black Room, and that must give the room some kind of weight or truth. My mother told me of it, and her mother told her of it. I should cherish it. I should enjoy decorating it with invisible objects. Okay. This house is full of mistakes. That's bright. That's quite bright. I'm trying to like use tabs to see if I can find the things to interact with, but this game is not like accessible HTML. How am I to know where to put the objects in order to honor the memory of all the black rooms that came before this one? My mother's black room and my mother's mother's black room? Other rooms exist at the same time or on the same plane. Why erase another's room when I create one? Ah, it does this again. I don't think you can see the cursor, but like I'm steering this. Things to interact with. Oh. Time is passing quickly. You've entered a room filled with blue flowers, which lean instinctively towards a faint light. Beside you is a pool overflowing with a red, opaque liquid. Is it blood? Those attempt to breathe through it. Well, small child, I would play dress up, turning our sheets into Victorian gowns. Sometimes Edwardian. The light and mood felt right. Costumes transported me to a different. Another size. Is it a lizard? the the slime. This is the thing to interact with. Making a chamber filled with smoke. Lilies spring up from the floor. Jump through the air and slowly float back down. Corner sits an odd dark creature with Medusa-like vines emanating from its. Will you pet the black rat? Maybe? Okay. We're here now. It's like a GeoCities acid trip. What am I even looking for? A door when you're ready. There's a dry bones. Like all of these are just sprites from various video games that I don't recognize. Dry bones. Let's close the browser window. Can't find the door. Haunted looking chest. Let's explore the haunted chest. Where have I heard that sound effect? That's a Mario sound effect? These are all like familiar ones. Oh, it's Zelda. Some of these are Zelda. Definitely. I think we've interacted with everything in here. Nope. Gonna be another hidden object. There. See any? Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Wait, why do I feel like a teleport? There's a teleporter noise in Link to the Past that I also swear I heard in Super Mario World? Or is my brain just scrambled? We lived in the woods of Michigan. I would host lavish dinner parties among the mossy logs, greeting my guests. Welcome, Jessamine. Welcome, Benedict. Yeah, I don't know where the next thing is. Yeah, like they may just all be like very similar noises. Like, same company. Like, that wouldn't surprise me. I can't find the hidden thing. We've interacted with all of these. We hadn't interacted with this, apparently. This is new. Why does this remind me of Shadowgate? The flamingo, yes. That's totally what reminds me of Shadowgate. I don't know. I don't even know what's happening. If I change the size on this. Just scales. That's the end of that. Did this. That did that. I think this is different. And yet it's many of the same things. I swear I went to the same URL, but all this is different. I wonder if it is just the same URL and it's like randomly putting this together or something. If I click here again, what do we get? We get a different scene. There are just like a lot of different blink scenes. I recognize that sound. Okay, I recognize that sound. I recognize what those are. That's the goggles from Doom. I have to say I'm at a bit of a loss for what's going on from here. I can't find... Yeah, we lived in the woods of Michigan. We have that already. I can't find the hidden thing. It supposedly exists. This does the same thing. It goes to one of these. Very weird sets of sounds. this Castlevania? I don't think it's Castlevania. Like, I didn't see any hidden object reveal itself doing this. If I like smush it really high. I'm thinking I call it a loss here and go on to the next one. Hopefully we don't miss some like really important like moment, you know? In terms of the lore and the enjoyment on it. But that was super weird. In like a very cool way. Yes, okay. That was the problem. I was putting the browser above chat visually. So it was overlapping. I apologize to all of you who were talking. Yeah, man, that is a GeoCities acid trip, is what that is. I don't think I really parsed the actual like story stuff. I don't feel like I grasped that. But I also think I spent a lot of time in my head being like, how the hell did they execute this in HTML? Like, tell me your secrets. That's probably also like a way to, for lack of a better term, hack that game. Just, you know, figure out how to dissect the HTML and the CSS and then just cheat. But I don't think that's so much the point. I think that's probably how you get the good ending. Yeah. I mean, I mentioned This Is Not Prawn, which like the first or second puzzle was I think the first puzzle was view source. Like you had to go use that. And then pretty soon it was like pulling down files and manipulating them. And that would like help you figure out the key. And all that, like it was super weird. I'm talking like 2003 that thing was kicking around. I remember messing with it in high school and trying to solve it. And like this is obviously less difficult puzzle because it's more of a story. But you can do interesting things with HTML. You can do very interesting things with the web. So please do it. You know, don't just make another app, like make art.